This meditation is to bring in Archangel Gabriel to help us with our strength, our wisdom, our healing, our connection to God, seeing the beauty within, and helping see the bigger picture of whatever we're going through with our suffering in life, whatever it is that is happening to us, so that we can utilize it for us. So I'd like you to take a moment just within your own heart, declare to God, to the universe, what it is you would like to achieve with this meditation and healing. And then take a moment to just pray to clear the energies of your space and within your body. And pray for sacred space to only allow in benevolent beings who are here for your highest good. Everything else must leave. And we call in our highest guides, the guides who are here for our life's path and direction. We call in the God of all gods. And we call in very specifically Archangel Gabriel. Archangel Gabriel, whose name means God is my strength. We ask that you please bring your beautiful energy, your beautiful light, your wisdom, and your strength. As we lay before you the intentions that we have for this healing, please bring forth all that you can to help us and serve us in this process. Help us get to know you and to know God more deeply, and to know our own selves more deeply. Many of us have never been through more difficult times than we have in the last few years. And some of us have reached the end of our well. And we know it's the end of that well where we realize we have reserves. And we ask you to help us find those reserves and to build ourselves back up. To clear all of the obstacles and all of the blocks. To help us see the purpose of our suffering and how to move through it instead of resisting it. Help us to see the bigger picture and the wisdom of everything in our lives. And help us to move through these things as easily as possible. Please take and heal and clear any and everything that can be cleared. Please help release us from the karma that can be released, to purge what is no longer serving us, to awaken and see what we've been blind to, and to more deeply understand our purpose here. So we invite you now to please bring us healing energy, activation energy, and forgiveness as we forgive those around us. Help us open our hearts and our minds Now I want you to imagine that there is a beautiful, beautiful golden sun. It's a beautiful sunny day. And you're walking along the sand near a beach. And you walk up into the water, but just enough so that the water comes up to your ankles and it's ebbing and flowing in and out. The ebbing and the flowing feels good. And that represents the cycles of life. Bring up all of those things that you've been in fear of. Allow it to come up and do not be afraid. Maybe it's fear of loss, illness, financial worries, success or failure. Whatever it is, bring it up. And allow yourself to feel the fear for a moment. Be courageous with it. And when you get to the peak of that feeling of the fear, while simultaneously having the courage to face it, step more deeply into the water so that only your head is above it. and you're swimming and floating. And the waves are gentle. And then you realize the purpose of the waves is that the energy is moving through you to wash away the fear. The more you move the fear, the more room you have for love. Courageously move through the fear. Feel that water, that beautiful, godly water, move through every molecule of your being. Literally opening up and cleansing every cell, every part of you. And then you notice the sun again, that beautiful warm sun. And you feel the warmth and the rays hitting the crown of your head and penetrating deeply, deeply into your being. These rays are activating the higher parts of you that know wisdom and truth. All the parts of you that know why you're going through what you're going through. And why you're being called to do what you're being called to do. With your individual role here as well as the bigger picture. Humanity as a collective. As these beautiful golden rays work down deeply into your body, it's activating every single cell. It's activating all of you to be more firmly in your strength. Opening you up more deeply to God. Seeing more clearly the magic of the universe. And releasing your resistance to all that is. And feel your body relax into this. So many times we put up boundaries and barriers because we don't feel strong enough to deal with what comes to us. You may have heard the armor of God. The armor of God comes from within. And it's through your faith in God and the universe that it is activated. Let go of all of the reasons why you no longer have faith. Let go of all of the things that you think are supposed to happen. And just be with what is. Trust in your path. Knowing that in every moment, you can choose your highest path. And it is never wrong. And that any time you experience suffering or difficulty and challenges, that it is only meant to spring you forward. Reaffirm in your heart that you embrace all of it. And let it flow. Yesterday was your past. Tomorrow, you can't know what's about to happen. Be here, very present. Moving through life as it happens, committed to your purpose, your spiritual connection with God and the universe. Staying as far as you can from the emotion of fear, processing through it when it does happen, and opening up more and more deeply to bigger and higher ideas of love. You cannot truly love when you are suffering. For suffering is only contraction. Love is expansion. And take a moment to imagine merging with the sun and the water simultaneously. The boundary of you doesn't exist. Do you feel how the particles move through you? You are the particles. Your consciousness without limits. Move through the water. Move through the atmosphere. No limits. No expectations. Just freedom. You exist without limits. Now you can choose to have a conversation with God or with Archangel Gabriel or the universe. In this beautiful expanded space, allow your heart to open. If you need understanding about something, ask. If you want to know next steps, ask. If you just want to bask in the deep love, do that. And now allow that beautiful energy from God, the universe, and Archangel Gabriel to fill your heart, your being, with joy and faith and love. And remember what a gift it is to be alive. And then walk up out of the water and sit in the sand. Still allowing the sun to beam down at you. You are no longer a child of God. You are a being from God, of God, through God. Connect to your own magnificence around all of that. God is within you and through you in everything you do. May you feel peace, love, and joy. Feeling deep gratitude for all that you've become and all that you are and all that is before you. Take a big deep breath, count to 3, and then open your eyes.